Hello, and welcome to the Rapise jQuery demo. This demonstration will illustrate how to use the Rapise test automation system to record a test script against a web application using the jQuery JavaScript framework and widget library. I've already started the Rapise application, and for this demo I'm going to create a new test script. So I'm going to choose the name. Hit create. This will now create a new test script. Initially, the test script main entry point will be function test will be empty, and the object tree will only show the global objects that come with the application. As we start to record the test script, we're going to see that object tree be populated by the different objects that we'll be learning and recording script actions again. For this demonstration, we're going to use the set of object controls on the sample website, libraryinformationsystem.org, clicking on the sample jQuery control list. So to begin the recording, you click on the Record and Learn option in the main navigation. I will choose the application and the libraries. For this, I will choose Internet Explorer, that's my current browser, and I will choose the jQuery JavaScript library, DOM library. The jQuery library sits on top of Internet Explorer and has the ability to recognize jQuery components as opposed to just native HTML elements. If you find that some of the controls are being recorded as native HTML elements, text boxes instead of date pickers and controls, it means you may have forgotten to choose this option. So I'll hit select. If you're familiar with the Rapise web sample, then you have noticed in that sample we used the record and playback option where we recorded keystrokes against the various controls. In this demonstration, we'll be using a mixture of learn, where we simply learn the object and write the code after the fact, and also we'll be using some conditions where we'll actually be clicking through the object. This will illustrate both methods of recording a test script. So now that I'm recording, I'm going to first learn the accordion control by doing Control and 2. And you'll see accordion and learn add to the list of recognized objects. I'm now going to click on the date picker. That brings up the date picker control. I'm going to choose a different month. And I'm going to choose a different day. I'm also going to learn the actual date picker text box itself, so that I can verify the date and so that I can perform the initial click event to actually bring up the calendar control. So I'll control learn to learn that. I'm now going to scroll down, so I'm going to pause slightly so that the scroll operation isn't recorded, and resume. I'm now going to choose an item from the menu. I'm also going to choose a value for the slider bar. I'll just learn the slider bar. And I'm going to learn the spinner control. I'm now going to hit finish. And if you look, you'll see we have a very simple test script which has functions click on the date, pick a previous month and date, and select the menu item. I'm also going to see the other controls that I've learned. To verify that the control has been correctly learned, I can use the option to do a right click flash. That will bring up the control and highlight it. Let me scroll up so you can see that. Do it again. There you go. That way you can always verify something is correctly done. Before I play this script back, what I'm going to do is close the browser, and I'm also going to add the initial step in to actually display the date picker. So I'm going to bring this code across, and I'll add the left click option. Okay, now hit the play button, and that should now bring up the controls and play back the script. Great. Now that's worked correctly, the next thing I want to do is add a verification point to make sure the date was correctly recorded. Which in a real test is useful to know if something is correct. So I'm going to do record and learn. I'm just going to add a verification point to control 1. The value should be 9/2/2013. Okay, hit finish. Close the browser. I'll just put that up here. And I'll play it back again. And this time the test will include a verification point. Look at the report, you'll see that it is both performed all the operations and the verify was correct. Okay, the next thing to do is now to have some of the other controls that I programmatically learned perform their actions. To do that, we're going to drag across the control, and for the case of the accordion, we'll do select tab. With the tab name, and we'll put it in the second section, section 2. And then spinner for the slider, we'll set a value on it. So we should do change, and what I'm going to do is set a value of 10. Save that, and save that. It's now selecting the date, verifying the date using the menu, selecting the second section of the accordion, and underneath, because I can't see it, we'll set the slider. And there you go. So we've now run the test script. We can now do more advanced operations. We can have more verification points. We can use the other controls the same way. The tab control works the same way as the accordion. And that way we can use our jQuery library to interact with these rich components rather than to deal with the native lower-level HTML objects. Thank you very much.